Hey there folks, welcome back to Handmade by Shirley. I've come on to do a bit of stenciling. So I've got this stencil here which is from Altenew called Gilded Rose, and I'm going to use that. There's 3 layers in it, but I'm only going to use the 2, and for my second layer I'm going to use some Altenew relief paste, which is in a colour called Sea Beryl. So I've got a piece of 5x5 card. It's not any particular card, it's just a piece of card from a cardstock. It's not like it's a what do you call it, a watercolour piece or anything like that. So Altenew are quite good in the way that they put the numbers of the stencil on the top left hand corner, and that tells you the right sort of way it goes and stuff like that. So today we're going to do that. So this is number 1, which gives you your background, and it fits just nicely onto this piece of 5x5 just. And I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it on sort of that's orientation. I couldn't think of the word I was trying to say. So I'm just going to hold the stencil down, hold a little bit of the paper down, card even underneath, just so none of them decide to move. I've got various tools I could use for this to hold it, but I just had this on the desk, so I thought I'd just use this. So this is just to hold the base piece in place, and I'm going to do some ink blending with this first. So I want a colour that kind of will contrast with the Sea Beryl. So I'm thinking, just having a look here at my Distress Oxide. Now that's quite a grey colour. Well, it's greyish. So that might look quite nice. Or I could go really dark with Uncharted Mariner. Or there's peacock feathers, which would look quite nice as well. Or salty ocean. I do like the blues. As you know, I like Salvaged Patina, it's my favourite, and there's Broken China. So I don't know, I think I'm going to actually go with Salvaged Patina because that's my favourite colour. So let's just get a wee blending brush, and there's a wee bit of ink on this. Try and get that off because I think it was slightly darker colour. So just getting this all the way around to give your outline of your rose, or the rose, not necessarily your rose. There we go. And then kind of going into the centre more, but starting from the outside so you don't get a big blob of the brush ink on the middle. Not that it would matter much because you probably wouldn't then see it once I've put this paste on top, certainly. Just trying to, and then just going round the edge again just to give it a bit more colour. So you've got a good outline there. And then a wee bit more into the middle. There we go. Okay. So we're going to take this off now, and then we're going to put the stencil number 2 on. So you can see that gives a nice outline. So I'm going to reuse that tape now. I've got a couple of challenges coming up actually. I'm going to be doing 12 Days of Christmas in July, which is going to be coming out in July. So every day in July I'll be doing something. It's a topic that there's a few collaborators are involved in. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm also going to be doing a swap with Cherry Kim, which she's on Instagram. So just a few wee heads up about things I'm going to be doing shortly. So I'm just going to line it up with this edge, because this doesn't go right to the edge of the first one. So just lining it up there. And it does go to the edge there, but doesn't go to the edge on some of these other pieces here. So just lining that completely up, just adjusting it. That's fine, that seems fine. Popping these up, it's moved again. That wasn't good. Let's get that back into line. Go. That's it, I think. Right. Hold that down with bits and bobs here. That piece there. This piece here, and get this off here. Come on. Right, so I've got this, as I say, it's shimmer paste, relief paste. It probably will shrink slightly because it's relief paste, but that's okay. So I can just get this up. It's because I've got my nails done and I can't grab anything very well. So it's popping it onto my, now I need to watch that bit because that bit keeps bending over there, doesn't it? So I'll just bent it again, I think. Yep. Well, we'll see what's happened with it, see if it's worked or not. Try and get some onto here. I think it's still in the same place, not moved. That's fine. Right, so I want to take that back off now. So I'm just going to be careful I don't go onto that bit of card here. I'm just going to, probably not the best way to drag it back. Shall I just do it with the top of this instead, and that will bring it back better. That's fine. Let's see. Right, let's just get this bit off at the bottom. We don't really need that. There's a bit here that's not completely covered. So there's a couple of bits here. Let's just get them covered a bit more. A wee bit here as well. What I should actually do is get one of my blocks to pull it back with, might be easier. Right, let's just pop that there. So I've got this block, and hopefully it'll bring it back a bit better. And just do it these ones because they... And I think I've gone to the card underneath there a bit, but we can easily chop that away. So just clean that, and I'll just make sure that's going into the middle of the pot, not to this edge, because then it all goes all gunky and horrible at the side. Just give this a good old wipe as well, and that's that. So let's take this off, see what we've got underneath, if I can get the thing off. Ooh, yeah, it's gone a bit splurgy at that bottom corner, but I think it looks pretty nice. I'm quite happy with that. It has gone a bit splurgy there, but I think that's okay. We'll manage to fix that somehow if we need to. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So it gives a really nice effect, and it's shimmery as well, so that's pretty nice. So I'm just wanting to clean this because I don't want it to become covered in this paste. The cloth's getting quite dirty. So really the best thing to do with your stencils, if you're using mediums like this, is to wash them straight away in cold soap, lukewarm soapy water. And I will probably wash this as well after I've done this with it, but just to get the most of it off at the minute will make me happy and will not make me worry about, oh, I've still got relief paste on that stencil. I'm not happy about that. So there we go, we'll just put that up there so you can just see how lovely that looks. I think it looks lovely. Now there is a bit down there that's yucky. Now I'm going to just heat it with my heat tool and dry it a bit like that. And I think we might have to cut this out and put it onto the card because it's a bit messy. What I had hoped to do was just to put it on with this bit of card on top of the base card, but it's not going to work like that, so we're just going to have to cut it a bit. There's a bit there that looks like it's taken off the ink, but I've got a plan. I've got a plan. I've always got a plan, you know. So obviously it's probably better to leave it to dry, air dry it type thing. But because obviously I'm doing this on a video, I want to dry it off so I can finish the card off. Want to bend it that away. It's just lovely, it really is nice. Right, let's see. I think hopefully that's dry. Let's try a bit here. Yeah, I think that's dry. So just get rid of some of this off here. What we're going to do now is we're going to cut round this floral shape, and then we can mount it onto the card. So I don't want all that yucky bit at the bottom. I'm just going to cut right round that rose base shape here, and then round here. A couple of bits that I don't know if they splurged off. So that's that, and you can see that this relief paste has got a wee bit of height on it because it's obviously a paste. So it gives a little bit of added height to it. I hope you've got sun where you are. We've got sun today. It's absolutely lovely to see the sun again, because here in Scotland last week it was horrible. It was raining, it was actually quite windy, it wasn't very nice at all. And I was like, where's the sun gone? What's happened to it? So yeah, it's back again. So it's always nice to see the sun, isn't it? Just makes you want to do more and go out and just, you know, I think it does anyway. It certainly helps me to get out and do some stuff. So it's looking quite nice, this. So we're going to put this onto a piece of, a piece of 5x5 card base. And then we are going to add some extra bits to it, and then that will be our card finished. And then I'm going to come on with something else as well after. There we go. That's fine. That looks okay. Right, so I like getting my nails done, but they're so annoying when doing craft because you can't pick the thing up. So let's try and get my hands a bit cleaner. So it's a 5x5 base, so it still fits on really nicely, just like that. So what we can do is take that away, and we can just stick that down with some wet glue, and then I'm going to stick some other things on it. Yeah, that was a lighter one I did on the back. I was trying something out and I thought, oh, I'll just do it on the other side. Did try stuff out, but anyway, not to worry. So we're just going to pop it on a kind of jaunty ankle here, like that. And I'm trying to place it down with these sort of bits that are not the relief paste, because I don't think it's completely dry, but it's dry enough. Just pressing that down into place like that. Okay, that needs a press down. Seems to be dry, that's okay. Well, it's still a bit kind of wet there, but I can fix that. Right, so I've got this white bit here, which I think I really want to cover. So I've still got a butterfly from Andrea that I could stick on there, but it's quite a big butterfly. Unless I stick it down there and it covers that area, but it is quite big. I think it would need to sort of go over there if I was using. I think it's just a bit too big. So let's see what I've got in my drawer. My drawer of goodies. So I've got some gummy pandas here that I could probably use to cover that up. I mean, I've got these wee ones, they're no use really. Let's see if I can, even if what I did was I wouldn't really want to do the sentiment over. Right, let me see what I could do here. I don't know. I've got a bird. This is Stamp Kitchen. It's not gummy a pan. I don't think a bird would look. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do that at all. I've got these little wording. I know they're not the same colour, but that doesn't matter. I can always do something. Let me see. Let's see if we can cover it with one of these. So let's see. Always be kind, less is more, memories, new beginning, seize the day, carpe diem, basically. Let's see, I think the sort of lighter one would look better. What about this, believe you can? I think that might spoil it though. Let me see, let me bring it up. I think that might spoil it. Let's see if we can patch it up with a little bit of blue. You're not going to see it as much. A smaller brush here, which I could use. So let's get some Salvaged Patina. Just let's cover that. Yeah, I think that's better. That's fine, it doesn't look so bad. And then I can actually just maybe wipe that off of this. That's okay, yeah, that's fine. So let's just put, what was I doing? Believe you can anyway. Let's just put that onto this side at the bottom, like that, because that's quite nice. And I don't know if I've got anything else that would, I was just going to do the rose on its own. This is a sticker, so I don't think that would work. Let's see what we've got in the drawer of Gummy Pan. We could maybe add something. I've got that geranium. I've also got that. Not sure. Here's that other one where it was just these green leaves. Let's see. Just bear with me, folks, as I think, I think that that's really nice as it is, but I always want to put something else on it. I don't know why. Just feel it's not finished if I don't. Right, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it as that, and that's my card. Okay, so sorry about the faffing there. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with something else. Hope you've enjoyed. Bye for now.